Happy Mother's Day, dick bags. JJ back here this time to give you a free play for Sunday Night Baseball, May 12th. Cubs versus the Brewers. Jon Lester versus Jhoulys Chacin. Game's going to be played at 7 o'clock Eastern. Seeing the line right now, Cubs minus 135. Total 7.5 with a little heavy juice on the under. We grab a win with the Nats yesterday as a plus 118 dog. Actually, you could have even gotten a better price. I was able to actually find plus 130 myself. Now, this brings the channel up to 24-10 in MLB. Some may say we got bailed out by a Parra Grand Salami late, but look, fuck that. Did those same people watch Victor Robles get thrown out in the first inning after a walk as he decided to start strolling from second to third with no one on first base? I guess I've been watching a lot of baseball, throughout my life, and I'm sure there's older people than me that have watched even more baseball. I've never seen that in my entire life. That was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. I'd have benched his ass right there. But either way, it changes the whole dynamic. And it's little things like that in sports bets that, again, you can't more or less stray away from your process or be all that results oriented. If that game lost yesterday, I wouldn't have felt that bad because, again, I would have at least assumed I was going to get a run in there in that first inning to grab a lead, and it might have helped Scherzer moving forward. Scherzer also only made one bad pitch all game, which was really the goal we were going for with getting dog money in that spot. Again, that's really all you can ask for in games like that. Just wild, but either way, we grabbed the dub to move up to 24-10 in baseball. I want to first take a second to thank you all for continuing to watch and subscribe to these videos. I know I tend to act like a douche on these, but that's just my personality and how I act often. If any of you take it seriously, you can go fuck yourselves. But seriously, thank you. We're now up to over 4,000 subscribers, and I can always rely on you guys to stay active and keep, positive energy through here with the comments. And I always appreciate the positivity, especially here on Twitter. I say this all the time. I've seen so many good handicappers producing, whether it's free content, paid content, whatever, get backlash after they have a few bad games or maybe a bad week or whatever. You could be somebody that produces good content for 6 or 7 straight weeks, and then you have like one bad week or a bad few days, and the trolls start to pop out. And what I don't understand is it's us against the sports books. Like, the constant friendly fire that happens is just it's borderline nostalgic. So I have a lot of respect for a lot of people in this industry, and especially the people that produce the free content. And again, everybody should. Look, if you don't like somebody's content, just close it out and move on with your day. Don't be a fucking dickhead to people. It's silly, and you see it so often in this industry, and it's just distasteful. But either way, thank you again for being for subscribing and telling others about it, and continue to tell your friends and family about the channel. Even tell your cousin who's in jail. The people from your AA meetings, maybe even that Reddit porn thread you're on every day. We got to 4,000 subscribers, and now let's shoot for 5,000. Also, it's Mother's Day today, folks, as I'm sure you're aware. So be sure to spend time with your loved ones, especially your moms, your wives, your girlfriends, your side pieces, maybe even that same stripper you see once a week. I'm dressed for the occasion, as you can see, and real men wear pink, by the way, in case you didn't know. Don't get used to this look either. Starting next video, it's going to be back to the tap out and LeBron shirts, looking like a 10-cent piece of shit. Seriously, though, we all have women in our lives who help us out in one way or another, so be sure to pay tribute to them today. Days like this, limit your action, so that you're not constantly looking at your phone like a degenerate or trying to get scores at the bar or anything like that. Spend time with the people that mean the most to you, and it's okay to take a day off here and there. Now, your focus should really be on family and not getting box scores. Anyway, on to the lone game here tonight. We are 3-0 in Sunday Night Baseball play, so looking to build on it here. Now, many of you will look at this game right away and just assume 7.5 is under 7.5 is the play. Right now, it's pretty heavily juiced, minus 120 at most spots. Now, why are many assuming the under here, in case you're not aware? Winds are going to be blowing in about 11 miles an hour at Wrigley. Temperature feels going to be from the mid to low 40s. A 15-inning game yesterday where the score was 2-1. With that in mind, there is a chance 1 to 2 bats might sit tonight from either team as well. Both games in this series have also gone under as well. This line did open up 7.5, though, for a reason. They could have opened it at 7, maybe even 6.5. Still would have seen two-way action. Either way, the majority of people, and I have to assume maybe the bets, will be on the under here. Now, I'm not going to bet the under for this game. I'm not going to bet the over for this game either. But I do have my eye on a team total, and it's going to be the Cubbies. I'm seeing right now the team total over 3.5, minus 125 for the Cubs. And this is going to be the play. Again, that's over 3.5, minus 125. Now, you may be able to wait on this and get a better price, especially if this line comes down, which it very well may. This is going to be I think this is going to be one of those rare scenarios where a line sees a lot more under action than over. Just based on, again, a lot of the factors that I just mentioned before. I have many fears, though, with betting this game under. First of all, whenever you throw a lefty at the Brewers, has to give you a little bit of fear with all those righties will pop in their lineup. And as for Chacin, who's pitching for the Brewers, his road splits have just been awful. 2.95 ERA at home, 7.5 on the road. Now, here's how I see this. Jhoulys Chacin's had a rough year thus far, as briefly mentioned with his ERA. His current ERA is 5.03 overall, but his advanced FIP, or his advanced numbers with FIP is even higher at 5.95. His SIERA is also 5.5, which is absolutely dreadful. His ground ball to fly ball rate is the worst it's been in his entire career, and his home run to fly ball rate, despite him giving up more fly balls, his home run to fly ball rate is 16%, which is very high. His hard hit rate's 43% as well. What really sticks out to me, though, is the walks. Jhoulys Chacin is 10th in baseball in walks allowed, and the Cubs are actually 2nd in baseball in taking walks. In the cold weather, I would expect Chacin's control to become an issue here. He certainly doesn't pitch many games in weather this cold. People say all the time how hard it is to hit a baseball in cold weather. And look, that point is certainly taken. When it's cold, it's almost like swinging on a rock. But here's the thing. It's also tougher for a pitcher to control his pitches in the cold, especially if there's a little wind. Chacin has had issues with his command this year, and I can't just assume that tonight, of all nights, that's going to not become an issue. Now, granted, if the Cubs start swinging, recklessly, of course, they'll give Chacin some free outs, but I have to assume, you can look at the scouting report here and confirm that Chacin has some control issues. I got to assume the Cubs are going to be a little more patient tonight than they've been. Now, despite Chacin's poor numbers to date, he is a ground ball pitcher. He throws a lot of sliders. So double play certainly could get turned here. But again, I'll take my chances on having various opportunities for the Cubs to score here, who left 14 runners on base yesterday in a long game. Now, sometimes all team needs is a juicy pitching matchup to right the ship, and with all this in mind, this is going to be where I'm betting this game. I rarely make this type of play knowing that there's a chance I might only get 8 at-bats. But I do like to keep you guys in action for Sunday Night Baseball, and this is my favorite play of this game. Definitely not a play I love, but again, I always like to keep you guys in action here. This is the play I'm going to be betting. Over Cubs team total, 3.5 runs. I'm seeing it -125. I want to thank you guys again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, I hope you choke on your food this afternoon. As always, keep the comments rolling. I love hearing from you guys. Good luck on all your action today. And remember, spend more time today with the important women in your lives. It'll mean a lot to them. And to be honest, you should want to do it. But either way, thanks again for watching and staying loyal to the channel, and I will be back soon.